Hello, my people. I am leaving the club. I mean, it wasn't a club. It was just like a little, music, entertainment, live music kind of a thing. It was really awesome. I had a wonderful time. People were really sweet. The cool thing is funny that the lady who is singing, who's actually the music that is playing, because I got to purchase some CDs, she was married to a man and recently came out of the closet and is dating somebody else, a woman, and she just happened to be a cop. But anyway, I think is a cop, I'm not certain. But I, because the person who was playing is a friend, a colleague, I got to hang out with them after the show, just a few drinks, and oh my goodness, what a wonderful time. Holy shit. Pretty awesome people. It kind of sucks that this is something that I could not have, and she's really good. I don't want to play it too much because then YouTube will flag me, but I just want you to hear a little bit. She's got this blues vibe going on, like almost folk blues. And she's literally from Rhode Island, like down the street from where I'm from Connecticut. So anyway, I won't put it on too long because then YouTube is going to say, you need to pay royalties for playing somebody else's music. So I don't have money to pay her. If I did, I would, but I don't. All right. So anyway, I had a wonderful time, man. I just wish that I can share this with my ex, because we would have had a wonderful time, I think. Or maybe we wouldn't. Maybe I would not have felt comfortable being myself in the setting, in the situation, and not have had a good I did have a really awesome time and not have had the great time that I did have. So who knows, nobody knows, I guess. But I did have a really, really, really good time. And anyway, so the performer, Sarah, and I cannot remember her name. She did give me a poster. She signed it for me, so I have to find out her name. But she is a lesbian. The person who plays, he is a colleague. He's not, he's straight. But his sister happens to be a lesbian. His brother happens to be gay. So, I felt very comfortable. Let me see what her name is, because I cannot remember for the life of me. I know it's with a P. So her name is, and I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Her name is, no, that's the name of the city. Damn it. Her name is, oh shit, let me go to the side. Here we go. Her name is Sarah Potenza, and she actually, I heard, was either America Has Talent or British Has Talent or The Voice contestant, and she made it pretty far. So, and she does have an amazing voice. I mean, I was like, holy shit. When she opened her mouth, the second they started playing, I was like, oh. I was sitting right next to one of my colleagues, and she is actually the former AP. I am the current, now I'm the current, not AP, Department Chair, DC. So she was a former DC, and now I'm the current DC. And we had a really good time. We just had an amazing time. So on Monday, we are actually going to a Memorial Day picnic at one of our AP's home in like her cabin in northern Georgia. So that should be fun. But it just sucks. It really does suck that I really do want to enjoy all of this with my ex-wife. I wish that we had experienced all of this together, you know. But I don't know if I could be myself with her. You know, I do not know if I can be my authentic self. I sometimes I feel, and the word I'm going to use is going to be inadequate. Sometimes I feel inadequate in her presence. Sometimes she makes me feel inferior. And I know that I'm not. You know, I know that I'm not inferior to her. But the way that she treats me, she makes me feel very inferior. And that's just her personality. That's just the way she is. Like, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. I almost sound like a broken record. So I do not want to go back to speaking the same shit, you know? But anyway, all I'm saying is that, you know, I saw the couple together, the performer, Sarah, and her current partner, and they seem so happy, you know. And I know that my wife and I, my ex-wife and I were once that happy, and I wish them the best. I wish that happiness, and I don't know how long they've been together. That was way too personal. I'm not gonna ask, but I wish them the best. I wish them that happiness to last for a long time, you know. And it's unfortunate that I thought that I had that happiness, and I thought that I was going to have that happiness for a long time, but you know, it was not. You know, I don't know. You know, I almost want to say, and I caught myself, I don't know if you noticed that, you know, but I almost want to say that I hope that we get back to that happiness, you know, because I love her, but she also does have certain characteristics that I do not like. And I do not know if I am going to be able to live with that for the rest of my life. And I'm sure, man, I'm sure that I have characteristics that she doesn't like. I know that she doesn't. You know, she doesn't like that I'm not able to speak my mind. And that's what I'm working on right now. I want to be able to speak freely and not be intimidated that I'm going to hurt her feelings, or that she's not going to like what I say, so she's going to leave me. And that is a lot of my codependency mentality that I have, you know? But, you know, I did have a good time. And it's funny because I'm part of all these different lesbian groups, you know? And somebody put a, that's not very smart. Somebody put a quote on one of these lesbian sites that said, I'm really loving being single. I don't even know if I'll ever want to be in a relationship. And I do not know if I do not want to be in a relationship, but I do want to get to the feeling of, damn, I love being single. And not that being single is just like you don't have to answer to nobody, you get the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. Not that. I think that, to me, maybe that being single is almost like being true to yourself. You know, I wish that I could be true to myself in a relationship with my ex-wife, because I love her and I would love to be my authentic self. I just think that a lot of her ways, like putting people down and focusing on people's flaws, and, you know, making making people feel inadequate, those things will not allow me to be my authentic self. If that makes any sense. You know, and I know that is not just me talking out of, you know, my butthole. It is, you know, my son shared with me that he felt the same way. My son shared that he felt like he was a nobody in that home. Like he wasn't, like he didn't belong. And that fucking sucks. And I would never want that, you know? I mean, I felt it. I felt that as well. There were times where actually, I mean, just the fact that I had things that were still packed that I just recently unpacked. For example, the picture of my high school my college sweetheart, Bob, that I did not find until now. That is an indicator that I never felt like that was my home. I never felt welcomed in that home. You know, and I guess it doesn't matter how much she tried, but maybe I knew that it was very superficial. Like, she really didn't want me there, that she just needed me to be there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking too much shit. I did have 4 glasses of wine. Well, actually I had 5, but one was given, you know, like my colleague bought me one, so that was kind of cool. I got her one, but you know, not wine. She was drinking beer, which was cheaper. Yay! But anyway, I don't know if that's why I'm ranting and talking all this shit. I don't know. I am gonna get the rest of my stuff, and I do want to get, you know, I don't want to have a reason to communicate other than, you know, she has to pay me that money for her watch. But that's it. That's all. That is all. And it hurts me because I do. Damn, tomorrow, shit. I want to give her a hug. I want to kiss her. I want to feel her against my body. But yeah. So one of the reasons why I bought a few of these CDs, I actually got 2 CDs, and I bought a baseball hat. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I love baseball hats. I have a freaking collection of baseball hats. You know, when I die, I don't know who to leave them to. So, guys, if you like baseball hats and you're listening to this and you want me to leave them in your will, I will. I have, wait, I'm going to count. Ready? I have, let me see. I have at least 60 baseball caps. And that's just a rough number. I'm sure there's a lot more than that. But anyway, I will have one more because I bought one that said worthy. Oh my God, what the fuck? I was so excited. It was either worthy or a t-shirt with a pride flag on it. But shit, I needed to get worthy because I am worthy. I am worthy, and one of the songs that she sang, that she wrote, is Worthy, and it's in the CD that I purchased. One of the CDs that I purchased. You know, one of the songs, she did sing a song that it was, I told my colleague that was sitting next to me, I said to her, damn, that's a fucking perfect breakup song. You know, it was something like, I don't need you, I'm better without you, even though I miss you. And of course, I'm singing it horribly, but those are those are close to the lyrics. It's like, you know, I know I miss you. I know it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Where are you? I want you close to me, but I am a better person without you. I always think about you. Some, fucking shit like that. I wish that my ex did do therapy with me, because I know that had we done therapy, we would have tools to work on our issues. Because I think that when you find that, but you know what, but then there are things about her like that I don't know if I can ever overcome, I completely, and I do not want to say detest, because that is like worse than hate. But one thing that I do not like about her is her importance, or her focus on money and assets. I don't know if I can overcome that. I do not know if I can. I don't care about the smoking, fuck. I hate it. I think it's nasty, but I love her, and it's a habit that she can break if she so chooses, right? But would she be able to reject, or to find a balance on her, damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? Her dependency on assets. It's so important to her. I wish that she maybe had a little bit of faith, right? Maybe if you have faith, you understand that no matter how difficult it's going to be, the higher being, whatever she wants to believe in, will provide. Like God, goddess, whoever the hell she wants to believe in. And that's just having faith, right? I don't know. I think that that's the only issue that it would be difficult for me to overcome. She does not take pride or priority or prioritize things. And this is kind of crazy and silly, but maybe it means nothing. But I have a collection of socks. I have socks that my mommy gave me for Christmas when I was in college. I have socks that were given to me by a friend who has already passed. So anyway, she asked me one time, hey, can I borrow a pair of socks? Sure. And I said to her, you know what? Use whatever socks you need. They're right there. So in my mentality, any other human being would have used my socks and put them back after they used them, right? You use them, you wash them, you put them back in my drawer. That's what I think every other person would have done, but not her. And then her fucking son would use my socks. He would come and use my socks. And I would see him wearing my socks. And then he would wear my socks without shoes inside the house. Walking around in my socks. I was like, what the fuck? So things like that. And I know there's small things, but it's not the sock in itself. It's just the lack of priority. The lack of respect for somebody else's things, right? I'm sure that if it was her things, she would not treat them that way. So I have a difficult time with that. And I've never shared that before. I don't think I've ever shared that. And I'm sure I'm sharing it because I've had a little bit too much to drink. But, sober enough to drive, because I would not jeopardize my career or my job, But anyway, I think that is an issue that, or something that she has that I would have a difficult time overcoming in a relationship. And I do, damn it, fuck, I do love her so much. Damn it, why? Why do I love her so much? You know, why? You know, she is a good person. When she wants to be a good person, she is a phenomenal person. She could be sweet. She does care about, you know, when she like, she cares about her students, her special needs students. And that was a turn on for me. Like, damn, what a fucking good person. But I did not like when she was demeaning to her colleagues, like when she belittled her colleagues. That was difficult for me. Like, how could a person who loves their students so much and fights so much for their students' rights also be that person that mistreats her colleagues, or has very little empathy for her colleagues? I just kind of have to I just need to stop loving her. You know, and for a second there, when I was having a good time, I was really, really, really having a good time. You know, and they're talking about how my colleague, who was the former DC, which is department chair, she was the former DC. She's talking about how she's turning 40 next year and she wants to go to Las Vegas for her birthday. And I was like, oh shit, I never been to Las Vegas. And she's like, oh my God, let's make it a thing. So, you know, so we were talking about that. And then my other colleague, the one who was performing today, his sister wants to go to Colombia in July. She's like, damn, do you guys want to go? We could all go in on it and it'll be a lot cheaper. I was like, damn, that sounds like a lot of fun, man. You know, and I wish that my ex-wife was there with me. Like, my ex-wife can experience all this with me. I do wish that, you know. She is the person that I intended to spend the rest of my life with. She is the person who was to be my person for the rest of my life. You know, I just almost want to know whether, you know, she loves me or not. Because that would make it so much easier, right? And I'm sure that the only way to know the answer to the question is asking her. But there's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with somebody, right? So I think to some extent there is that, like, I'm still in love with her, but I love her more than I'm still in love with her, if that makes any sense, right? Like, I am in love with her to some degree. You know, like, I'm in love with the times that we had together that were phenomenal. You know, I'm in love with those parts. I still love her no matter what. I still love her even when I'm pissed at her. Like, I still love her even when she doesn't fucking reply to my texts. I still love her. But I am in love with her in the times where I remember those moments, you know? The moments when we went on vacation and it was just she and I. You know, watching the sunset, drinking coffee at sunrise. You know, even just snuggling at night. Just feeling her warmth. You know, so times like that, But the times where I remember her being mean and nasty and derogatory and insulting, I don't hate her, but I'm not in love with her. I just love her. There were a few times today when I was just hanging out with these people, having a good time, where I imagined her being there. I am an artist, so I have a great imagination. So there were times where I imagined her being there with me, like just holding her hand underneath the table or something, And I am trying very hard to put myself out there, and not necessarily like get a partner or start dating somebody. Not that. But like, why not go out on dates and make out with somebody, get a first, second base with somebody? I don't know. Shit, I wouldn't mind getting like a home run in there somewhere. But anyway, I am trying to put myself out there. I think is important. But how genuine will I be if, just like today, I'm having a great old time with these people, just chatting it up, just having a great old time, but like in the back of my mind, in a few occasions, I thought of her. I imagined her being there next to me and me holding her hand. It's almost like I wanted to include her in that moment. I wanted to make sure that she was present. And I am pretty certain that she doesn't do that. She doesn't think about that. She doesn't think about me when she's out with her friends. I know that she doesn't. I know that she's just thinking about herself and enjoying herself. And that's one of the things that I need to keep in mind when, I miss her. But like I shared in other videos, I do not want to associate negativity, because I know that what will happen is I will start thinking, well, she's not empathetic. She doesn't give a shit about anybody else but herself, and I don't want that. I don't want to think like that. I don't want to. That's bad for the soul. I don't want to think that at all. So I don't. I did text her during the show and asked her, because I sent her a text, and surprisingly, she did not reply. And I asked her, hey, so is 10 a.m. okay for me to stop by sometime in the morning? And didn't reply. When I was in the show, I was like, fuck, I need to know. Because if I can sleep in, I'm going to sleep in. Especially like having a few freaking wine glasses. Anyway, so I did text her, and she did reply, and she said, well, I guess any time in the morning would be fine. We'll be fine. What else? What do you need to get? I understand you need to pick up the camper. And I said, well, I need to pick up, my kayak, and I need to pick up the stove burner in the backyard, and blah, 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 blah. And I said, and there's some things in the kitchen I need, but whatever. I don't need to fucking go inside. And that's it. And she did not reply after that. So. I just wish I knew where in our relationship, it all went to shit. And I'm sure that it was a gradual turning into shit. But I wish I can pinpoint exactly what. And it's ironic that I was talking to her mother. I still talk to her mother. And her mother asked me that same question. I wish we can figure out where it all went wrong. She is her daughter's mother, so she does know her daughter, and understands. She understands where I'm coming from, and I don't intend to put the blame just on my ex-wife. I have blame in it as well, obviously, and I take ownership of my wrongs. I just wish that she had accepted, or at least entertained, the let's see a family therapist. And I started that a very long time ago, in the beginning of our relationship. And that in itself shows an intent of fixing the problem. But she refused to. Even her son refused to. I don't want to go to therapy. And of course, and that's another thing that I had an issue with, that whatever her son wanted is what happened, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit too. So, I just need to accept that it is over. I just need to accept that my ex-wife and I are not in the same page, or we are not seeing what we want in a relationship as kind of working together as one. So I just need to accept that. I just need to accept that that is not gonna be, all right, guys, I've made it home. I guess it was a long video of me ranting. I did have a good time. It just sucks that that good time was not with somebody that I love. It doesn't take away that I had a good time, because I did have a good time. And maybe it's worse because she is in my mind, because I need to go. I need to go see her tomorrow. She, we already made arrangements for me to go see her or pick up my shit tomorrow. Oh shit, wait. I'm trying to replace the CD. I had a CD in there. Oh, there it is. I'm taking her CD out and I'm bringing it. I don't even think I have a CD player in the house. But I'm so excited. I got a poster and she signed it for me. She was really sweet. All right. Anyway, peace out, people. I'm at the house. I'm opening the garage. And I'm turning off the car. And I'm gonna go inside. So this is the performer. This is her. Her name, I know it's backwards, but her name is Sarah. You know, whatever. I told you what it is. So anyway, that's her. All right, guys. Peace out. All right. Have a great night. Bye-bye.